This is number 31 in our Chapter 6 review, where again we're asked to solve by completing the square. This isn't factorable. There are no two numbers multiplied together that equal 1 but added equal -10. So as always, the first thing we do with completing the square is we move the constant to the other side of the equal sign. So we have only the x and x squared terms on the left side. Now we need to take half of b, so half of -10, and square that answer. Well, half of -10 is -5, and -5 squared is 25. So we're going to add 25 to the left side of the equal sign, and we must also add 25 to the right side of the equal sign. That makes this trinomial on the left side a perfect square trinomial. And on the right, -1 and 25 add up to 24. So a perfect square trinomial always factors to a binomial squared. We square root the first term, square root of x squared is x. We square root the last term, square root of 25 is 5, and we bring down the sign of the middle term. The minus 10x tells us that the middle sign is going to be -5. Now we can undo the squaring. We'll square root, remembering that the square root of 24 has two answers. So when we square root a quantity squared, we get just that quantity. And now with our square root of 24, we're looking for a perfect square like 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, and so on, that divides into 24. Well, the largest that divides in would be 4, and it goes in 6 times. We know that the square root of 4 is 2. So we have x minus 5 is equal to positive and negative 2 root 6. Finally, we want the x alone. So we're going to add 5 to both sides of our equal sign. And we'll have finally x is equal to 5 plus or minus 2 root 6. That's our final answer.